Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Midweek Gaming. I'm Nick over there, providing audio commentary, among other things, is of course Justin. Disclaimer before we start the video. I am actually not on my desktop audio right now, or desktop setup right now. I'm actually playing on my Xbox Series X right now. So that is why you might hear a bit of me getting louder or getting quieter, because I might be leaning over to do something, because I'm doing all of this on my phone. For those who don't know, we actually have all of this generally set up on Discord, right? And I'm running this through the Discord on my phone. So, like I said, depending on if you hear me get louder or quieter, it's just me reaching over to do something. Don't think too much of it. I'm only doing it on the Xbox because I think in this particular case, it'll probably be better for me when it comes to setup, because I'm not sure how well, like, I've got Sea of Thieves on my PC, right? Because I have it running through the Microsoft Store. But for the sake of quality on my end, I'm gonna run it through this way just in case. But anyways, disclaimer over. Let's begin. My ship looks like shit. If you haven't noticed already, we're doing Sea of Thieves. Now, this is one we wanted to do on Wednesday, but technical issues got in the way. But don't worry, by the time this gets up anyway, you probably won't know what day it is anyway, so it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Yeah,
Where's
basically what ended up happening this week is I had dental surgery to go and get wisdom teeth removed. Original plan was to do this the day before, but then we had some problems. Then the day of, we almost did it, but then Sea of Thieves went and said, hey, no, you're not allowed to sign in. Eventually, I was able to figure that out by going and removing the sign-in from my computer. That way, it reset Sea of Thieves and just required me to sign back into my Microsoft account. So, note to anyone who gets, I believe it's the Liverbeard problem, and you get it nonstop, even though there's no server problems. Reset your Microsoft sign-in credential, like basically wipe it from your computer, the one connected to Sea of Thieves, and all you gotta do is just re-sign in for your Microsoft account on Sea of Thieves, and hopefully you're good.
There you go.
Yep.
PSA from Justin on Sea of Thieves issues.
Yes. So yes, if you're on Steam, that's kind of hopefully how you fix it. If not, then pray that the devs fix it for you.
Honestly. Like, Sea of Thieves, in a way, is kind of like in that Microsoft realm where it personally, like, here's the thing, right? For me, I usually have a kind of slew of MMOs that I play, and I kind of rotate back and forth. My mainstay is Destiny, which, on the topic of Destiny, there's a lot of stuff going on in the community right now, revolving the most recent state of the game, which, from the sounds of it, I've not looked too into it, but a lot of people are not that, let's call it.
I'll give you a quick preview. If you're anyone who is on Reddit and looks at Destiny the game or Destiny memes Reddit, it is just full of a bunch of people being like, "What the hell is going on? Why are you doing this?" So yeah, everyone's talking about the announcement.
Yep, there you go. That's not a good sign for Destiny.
No,
But
because nobody's talking about it in a good way.
well, in fairness, they weren't been doing that for a while now, so that's not shocking. But anyways, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about my other topic, which actually happened today, which is the most recent stream from Genshin Impact. Whole new location, big Fontaine reveal, da 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 da. Lots of stuff to come out of that, but that'll be next week's topic. So look forward to that on the docket. Anyways, PSA housekeeping nonsense over. Let us get on with what we're actually doing today before I start the quest. I know this is a very long intro, bear with me here. We decided to do some Monkey Island thingies because it's interesting. I've actually never played this one before. Usually when we did the last one, which was about the pirate's life, I had a bit of experience with it because I played some of the quests beforehand. This one actually attempted not to. So we are all discovered together. For those who do not know what this quest is going to be about, good for you. I don't either. Let's start. By request of the pirate lord, a journey to see if the damned is underway. A hunt for a missing pirate. Guide rush to be pointed. Begin. Speak to me. Wait.
Tough enough to track down the man I'm hunting.
Everything I know is in that logbook.
Logbook. I'd fight them myself if I had the money to get back on the waves. And now I'm just another landlubber selling tours.
Ah, outside.
My goodness. This man here.
Really settled in and started making friends.
The fat man is here.
What friends? I want to drag that pirate pretender back to reality. Then we can have a long, meaningful conversation with the soul of my boot.
Which won't happen unless you take the time to explain our situation. A while ago, I invited a pirate named Guybrush Threepwood and his wife Elaine to celebrate their honeymoon here on the Sea of Thieves.
You mean a fraud named Guybrush Threepwood? Though I'd also accept liar, imposter, figurehead thief.
Guybrush accepted my invitation, but his ship never arrived. After a while, I began to fear the worst. So I began making inquiries in the Sea of the Damned.
And found me.
Audio on my side just
sailing in
completely cut out,
circles
ladies and
in my
gentlemen.
old
So
glass-bottomed boat. Something that looked like it anyway.
A memory of yours made real by the Sea of the Damned.
I tell you, this game is cursed.
People and places from long ago can come back to haunt you, mingling
I'm
with
sure.
all the hopes and dreams in your heart. I fear that Guybrush has become trapped in memories of his own. Memories of a distant pirate sanctuary known as Melee Island. If he is not rescued, he will remain sealed in a dream world for all eternity, surrounded by fragments of his past. That is why I have asked Kate to recruit pirates who are both willing and able to broach the Sea of the Damned and save Guybrush.
Let's just do a
And
quick
then
check.
everybody
Justin, you getting all
will
this
see what
good?
a pathetic dope he really is.
What, the
It's a
audio?
good plan. Think we
Yeah.
can pull it
Yeah.
off?
I believe they
Okay,
can.
I'm just the cursed one then. This is awkward. I'm gonna turn this down so no one can hear it. We might have to play this full game on mute for me, ladies and gentlemen. I swear this
Kate
game is
learned of
cursed.
Guybrush's whereabouts, but was never able to reach him. You will be sailing into uncharted territory. On Melee Island, things may be very different from the Sea of Thieves you know.
Which is why you should take my logbook. But don't lose it. Once Threepwood has been rescued, I'm going to make him eat every last page.
You should keep an open mind, Kate. Out here, enemies
Nope.
can enter the same
Well, let it be
tavern
known,
and
ladies and gentlemen, I
depart
think
as
I might have
friends.
just discovered a
When
bug
it
in
comes
this
to
game.
Guybrush Threepwood, I don't need an open mind. Only a closed
Actually,
fist.
wait.
Well, don't just stand
No,
there.
my
Sail through that
head
archway and
display
find
for Xbox is
Threepwood.
working fine,
The
so
logbook I gave
I
you
just
has
discovered a
everything you
bug
need
where
to
the
know.
audio will just buzz out on you. That is interesting.
Alright.
I'm wondering if we should continue like this, or if I should attempt a good fix. I'm pretty sure if I just reset it, it'll be a good fix.
Yeah,
But I'm not kick Justin out here.
preferably a better idea to just leave it.
Well,
Because then it
I'd
doesn't
rather not-
overlap.
well, I can't hear bloody anything either, so that's kind of a problem. Hold the phone.
Well, this is slightly the part of the problem where you bring out a... Oh, awesome.
Did you get kicked out too?
No, but I was going to say this is kind of part of the problem of going and using your phone instead of anything else for audio.
No, my audio on my desk. Okay, let me just clarify, ladies and gentlemen. My audio on my phone is fine. It's my TV that went to shit.
Yes.
Well, no, not my
But
TV.
like I
It's
said to you, it was overlapping. So, not only would I hear it from your end, but I would also hear it from my end, which is part of the reason why. Yeah,
Didn't you just say it was fine?
I
What you on
did
about
say
that?
it was fine.
I'm gonna turn down the audio low. Don't give me not in the case. I'll turn it low, but I just
Yeah.
so I can at least do something. Like I said, I'm just experiencing this for the first time too. Forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm like I don't want this to do for the first time. Anyway, though, I'm just rejoining the session. That should fix the audio. But that is a very interesting bug. Not gonna lie.
There's a chance that it
Anyway,
might
we're
might be your TV or something.
No, it's not. That's the thing. I checked my actual like HUD for my Xbox. It's working fine. I think it's just a massive audio bug for Sea of Thieves, which I think I was going to mention this before. I don't think I did though. Sea of Thieves is funny because it has some of the weirdest bugs sometimes. Anyways, I can more or less piece together what just happened from the conversation, even though I kind of didn't hear it because I was focused on fixing. Basically, go find Guybrush in place that is most likely the Sea of the Damned. Also, you turned off all my lights, my guy. What is this?
Hidden. We are the hidden.
Ah, get off my wheel. I don't trust you with this shit.
Yeah, well, you're not the one turning right now. I'm turning it for you. There you go.
Leave the light on so I can at least see the bloody map, though. Which, you know, we kind of need.
Well, we don't really need it because we're going into the archway here.
Not
We're
yet.
going into the teleporter.
Into the mystic teleporter. To the Monkey Island. So, while we're having our cruise speed, this is a good time to give us a little bit of a discussion. Me and Justin were actually talking before the stream, and before we even did this video, I've been pondering this question in my head for a while. For those who aren't familiar with Monkey Island as a franchise, it's actually kind of famous in the games industry. Well, or in gaming history, I suppose you could say. Well, not famous, but certainly quite... Okay, let's go with famous in the games industry. It's, for those who don't know, it's one of the games from the point-and-click era of PC games. So you're looking at about early 2000s, if memory serves. And this one was created by Lucasfilms, or Lucasarts at the time. And this is in the same vein as things like Sam and Max and stuff like that. So, this actually was quite a popular game, and spawned, I think, about one or two sequels, I think. Maybe. I think at least one sequel, maybe two. I don't know too many of the details. But anyways, point being is that this game was created by LucasArts. Why do I bring that up specifically? Well, for those who are completely unaware, LucasArts is, well, now the property of Disney. And in the last collab that they did with LucasArts,
Wow, what an incredible end to an amazing adventure.
is basically now owned by Disney.
Caused an avalanche,
And in the last expansion they did, let's just say owned by Disney twice. I think I just had a brain fart. Nah, well, whatever. Moving on. So anyways,
and all of our friends were there.
in the case of the last expansion they did, which is the Pirate's Life, which was a straight collab with Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean, there was actually a hidden area which hinted toward Monkey Island. So everyone assumed that would be the next big thing, which it turned out being, so that's good. But again, what does this have to do with anything?
So long as we follow the map.
Well, again, remember
No.
that this is now part of Disney because Disney owns LucasArts, and LucasArts originally held the right to Monkey Island. So, long story short, I can't quite wrap my head around, or couldn't until a previous discussion by Justin we had. Would you still consider the Monkey Island collab with Sea of Thieves to still be a Disney collab? Because remember, the whole LucasArts making, well, Monkey Island became famous off the back of LucasArts. And kind of like how Halo became famous off the back of oh my god, Bungie. The only difference is, like Bungie, who kind of carried the thing forward, how well they did that is a matter of debate, but they did carry it forward with other games, so you could say that Microsoft and 343 still have some right to it. In the case of Monkey Island, to my knowledge, there's not been any Monkey Island games since the second or third Monkey Island. Like I said, I don't remember how many sequels it had, which was well before Disney took over in the early 2000s. Early to mid 2000s. So like I said, if this is a collab with Disney is kind of up for debate. Because like I said, Disney, well, owns it legally speaking, but they don't own it in terms of they've done anything. They just own the rights on paper.
Yeah. Like I said, this is more along the lines of Disney going and saying, hey, let's go and do another collab with you, Sea of Thieves, with this. Because
That's right.
Disney does control Lucasfilm and all that, so.
Again, how well they do that is a matter of debate. I have my own opinions, but I'll spare you those opinions for the time being. However, like I said, unlike the Pirates of the Caribbean one, which had Disney's name plastered all over it, as far as I can tell so far, and correct me if I'm wrong, Justin, I don't think there has been, but we haven't seen any real markings of Disney on this collab so far, which
really.
is considering Disney loves to throw their name on just about everything they own. So maybe they are kind of in the same
And
position
that's,
I am,
that's
where
the other thing is when you first load it up, you see Lucasfilm at the bottom, I believe bottom left corner. Like not only in the little trailer thing, but I think in the intro and all that. So
we're coming up to the dock, so I'll leave you to throw the thing up.
yep.
Let's see if I can park this without crashing anything. Melee Island.
Oh, we might need a little more boost.
That's alright. We're actually kind of fine. Yeah. Actually, that's pretty good, not gonna lie.
We're gonna crash. We're gonna bump it. Yeah, we bumped it.
You mean crash? We didn't crash. What you want about?
We almost bumped it and all that. Oh.
Questioning my driving skills, sailing skills.
Yeah, well, technically you scratched the paint up at the front here.
That's
Technically.
fine. Give it that rustic look.
Rustic look.
Anyways, now, what the flip are we supposed to do now? Look at the
We
book.
need to go and look for the guy.
Look for the guy. Look for the guy. Reading book. Leader here. I guess we just walk around. This is very different than the last expansion, which was very much... Oh, what do you know? The captain's here too. I guess he got kicked out of the other tavern.
I'm a would-be pirate, though I could swear we've crossed paths before. But never mind all that.
Anyways, this is quite different than the last expansion, which took
hey,
place...
look, it's this guy.
Hi. What does he want to say? Why can't I be in here? How dare you? Okay, I walk now. I smack your barrel though.
What would be the point?
Bruh.
There's not a
Extra potent. Give me. Like I said, this is kind of funny because the last one we had was basically filled with... Ladies and gentlemen, that is me after like 6 or 7 good ones.
Bruh.
Nah, kid, I'm more resilient than that. But anyways, like I said, the last one, The Pirate's Life, took place over the span of several individual kind of like mini adventures that were their own individual things. This one, however, seems to be a whole new location wrapped up in like one story quest, by the looks of it so far. Because I didn't see any other books aside from that one, which means either this is a much smaller collab than the Pirates of the Caribbean one, or there's much more in this area than the other one. Like, this is an actual town you can do things in. We shall see. Money. My money. How dare you. 4 pieces of 8. I'm convinced now that there's more to this place than meets the eye.
Probably.
Examine carved figure. I feel like this is going to be probably in the same vein as the actual, like, Monkey Island thing, where you go to Monkey Island, or you go to Melee Island, I think it is. Like I said, I'm remembering off vague second-hand
Melee
account.
Island. We're on Melee
Oh.
Island.
This place, but I'm trying to remember how the actual games work here. So forgive me if my descriptions are a bit inaccurate. I'm working off second-hand accounts here. And to put it lightly, these games are a bit before my time, so to speak, so I never played them myself. But, like I said, from what I remember, you go to Melee Island, I believe it was, to look for the legendary Monkey Island, I think. And then there's the villain LeChuck, and and that happens. So maybe this is more like the actual game itself, where we're just kind of here now doing several things, so maybe this is a whole kind of contained environment. Also, the guards are dead, which is always encouraging.
And since I don't see no uniform, and you also look like you're alive, I'm thinking that means you ain't exactly a guard. So sing your hook.
I see. So we cannot do anything. How dare they? I am so angry I'll smack you.
Just a second.
How dare you not get smacked?
Mischievous potions and all forms of mojo magic.
You are immune. I cannot take my rage out on you.
Mojo Magic banned on Melee Island.
That means this shop is permanently
Hmm.
closed for business.
Well, let's just keep walking, see what we find, I guess. At least you can't miss the guards. They bloody glow like light bulbs.
For now. Well, I think
What
you
happens?
missed one.
Oh, you can't go farther. You cannot glitch past him. What does he have to say? I'm here to see the governor. How dare you? How dare you?
Well, for now, over here.
The corner?
No, over here.
Where? Oh, there you are.
You missed stuff.
Oh, shop. I like it already. Quest updated.
Keep your hands off the display cases. I just polished them.
Can I actually talk to him?
Still money no matter what.
No, I'm discovering... Okay. No, like I said, this is a good time that I bring this up, ladies and gentlemen, because
How many swords, shovels, and other nautical accessories?
the game generally has...
When I was out running my errands.
What's the word?
There was a time when I might have taken
Sea of Thieves is generally one of those games where the first big expansions, kind of like Warframe in that regard, often are riddled with bugs. And for some reason, I keep getting them. For example, as I already mentioned, the previous thing where I kept getting a buzzing audio glitch, which caused my entire audio to bug out eventually. And in this case, when I try to talk to the shopkeeper, my menu just instantly closes. Oh, now it's opening. There we go. What's for sale?
Nice try.
Ah, so you did find money.
That's the rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. Ultimate Collector's Edition. It's modeled on the famous contraption used by the
I see.
of Monkey Island. Sold out right now, though.
Hmm. Well, this is most definitely proving to be exactly as I figured, in that this is akin to the point-and-click adventure area, where this is going to be one giant adventure in one area. Maybe we'll get unlockables from this. I do not know.
Maybe.
Backyard brawl, back corner brawl. All right, let's start yanking crates and see if we can find money.
Well, technically,
least I
we
think-
could go back to the tavern and take money from those guys.
We could.
Yeah, you. Want to see something hilarious? There's a pack of piranha poodles in this alley that can't stand the sound of this thing. Watch. Oh, what's the matter? Can't you reach your lovely bony din-dins?
Bruh. I think there's a reason he died.
All right, that's enough, you mangy
He points that out. I just don't know why I find that so hilarious. You just point out, you're like, yep, this guy deserved it.
We guard the governor now, not pathetic pooches. So get used to it. Now,
There's also a bag of coins here, but funny enough, it also says you can't steal from attentive pirates.
Bruh.
Attentive.
hey, get your own snacks, you thieving pirate wannabe.
Gunpowder gummies. Am I trying to steal them again? No, I can't take them. This is interesting. This is the first one that I've actually experienced where Sea of Thieves generally has some interesting kind of like puzzle mechanics to it. But again, this very much, again, feels in the vein of the old Monkey Island games, which, from what I've seen.
Point and click and everything.
Hmm?
Point and click and everything.
Yeah, well, not just point and click in this sense, but basically you kind of have to like piece things together, right?
Hmm.
Which is, again, kind of very different from the usual game style that exists in Sea of Thieves, which is, yeah, there's some puzzles, but not too many. But it's more just go here, kill thing, go here, kill other thing, go here, retrieve this thing, dig up this other thing. There's a bit more complexity to this one, which I actually do enjoy.
Yes.
So now we are back in the scum bar. You said you could take money from someone. Who can I take money from?
Picking up money.
I see. Tankard required to share grog. I see. I have this. Extra potent, did you say? Very well. I shall go fill mine with extra potent.
Kitchen staff only.
How dare you, sir? I will get drunk on these premises if I so desire.
Hey, keep your greedy hands to yourself.
What if we talk to the pirate leader? What does he have to say?
Back again? You're persistent, I'll give you that. Decided to chance your luck with the governor's guards, eh? Well, you can't miss the place. Head up, through town, and through the archway below the clock tower to find a cliffside path that'll take you straight to the governor's doorstep. You might think so, but the fact of the matter is that the guards...
From what I heard, it sounds like there's some nitwit that sank off the place.
Official invitation. Now, I don't know where you'd go about acquiring such a thing, but there's one particular citizen whose specialty is...
So let's go dock diving and see if we can't find anything. Oh, that was easy.
Yes. That, and we need to go find a specific citizen who can go and sell us some wares.
Well, the shops are all closed, so that's a bit of a pain.
Well, not everything.
I do this. Anything come up? No, they will not. If I dive down, what will happen? Aha! I see what I need to do, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, the adventures of Nick the Idiot on camera. The deft pirate. What are you talking about? I'm a brilliant puzzle solver. Anyways. Jokes aside, I believe... Let's see if I'm angling this right. My goodness, this is slow. I think that's the right way. Let me check. Yes, it is. Do me a favor. I'm going to need an extra set of eyes here.
Alright.
Jump in there. And tell me when the thing is above the thing. The other thing, I mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little more information than that.
Okay, see this giant hook thing here?
Yeah, you're trying to get the barrel? I'm
gonna move
it over to me. Look for my username.
Just tell me what's on top.
Look, you're almost. Keep going.
That's it?
Keep going. Gonna need more than that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So there we go.
Right there.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yank her up.
Alright, try now.
Why will this not go up?
Well, it moved into place, so at the very least you got that.
Why the heck is this not? Why is this not raising anymore? What am I missing? It's on. Nothing seems to be tying it down.
Do we need a counterweight?
Maybe. Maybe. Can I actually still move this thing, or is that it? Because it doesn't look like there's going to be anything else you can attach onto this thing. If I try to move this, what happens? Nothing. I cannot move it anymore. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is an excellent learning experience. How many idiots does it take to raise a crate?
Well, technically we should be able to raise it now, but
you should be able to.
Something is preventing us. Like I said, the hook did go right to the spot where it's supposed to be, so something.
So perhaps the correct answer is how many fools does it take to figure out game mechanics?
Yeah, whose game mechanics is this? Who made it?
Who made it? I wish to have a word with them.
Yes.
Ah, that's interesting. If you actually look in the book now, there's actually a thing for the general store for prices. That's kind of funny.
There you go.
Rubber
Well, while you're
chicken.
doing that, I'm going up here.
Yes, you do that.
And I'm guessing I can exit the map this way. Well, unintentionally exit the map.
I think there might actually be something up there.
Oh, I got to a thing.
I told you. There
I
was might have
just
been
kind of
something.
automatically teleported.
What did you do?
I don't know. Let's see here. I see a mansion. I see a carnival. I think I'm at the very tippy top of everything.
Yes, you are. I'm gonna have to hike all the way up to. Ugh, making me do some work.
No, as you're climbing up, here, I'll tell you when. Eventually jump off the path and then just start climbing up the mountain that way. Because I just got teleported that way.
Oh, yeah, no, I think you might have just ran into another bug.
Yeah, I went and just ran off the path. I don't think you have to go all the way up the path.
Nah, I think I might not be able to replicate it if it's what I think it is. I'll just go the long way.
Nah. We'll replicate it right now. Get over here.
Fine. Where is it?
I'm going slow down towards you and hopefully not killing myself. Alright, hello there. Over here.
Right, you show me, and we'll try to replicate it.
Yes.
We're gonna call this the bug live stream.
Yes. Alright.
Entertainment. Count the bugs of the new expansion.
So, back over to here. Across the little bridge. Across the way. Out of the lantern. Up to here.
Alright.
And just start jumping over the rocks as you would in any other island. Then start trying to climb up to here, and then eventually... Yep. Voila. Replicate it.
Oh, intentional. That animation was intentional.
Hello there.
I was not. Anyways, we have found this man. This old man.
Yikes! Don't sneak up on me like that. My job, that's what. I'm the official lookout of Melee Island, appointed by Governor Squinky Thriftweed himself. It's my job to keep an eye out for storms, incoming ships, and so on, and report them directly to the governor. Well, usually his guards nowadays. Your ship. No offense, but that's barely a rowboat compared to the sort of ships made famous by the legend of Monkey Island. The sea monkey.
My guy just spat on my ship. Can I push him over? Immediately, I push you.
Can I push you over? Later.
Later.
Information first.
What? A ship, you say? Ooh, this could be serious.
Did you just freaking trick him and swipe his
Yes. Thievery 100.
My guy just got sneak level 100. Persuasion level 100.
Deception check. He failed.
He has saved. He has served his purpose. Now for the quick way down. Ow.
There's multiple ways down, actually.
Ow.
The way you... I see. Well, I will go the foggy route that makes the screen get... Oh, this just takes me the exact same place here.
Funny, I don't even go to the ferryman on this
Alright,
island.
So I'm guessing this back route towards the carnival-looking thing is a route we cannot take yet. And until then... Yes, well, come back up here and you'd maybe see the things.
I forgot you mentioned that completely legitimately.
Yes, I mentioned a mansion, a carnival.
I know the mansion.
Exactly
what the someone was mentioned. But I don't know about the carnival thing.
You went off on your own adventure and therefore missed out.
Yeah, well, I've learned that death does not mean anything in this place.
Death never meant anything in this place.
Fair enough. Funny enough, though, usually you get to go to the ferryman, but for some reason here, I don't think that's a bug. I think it's just the case of the story. You don't go to the ferryman, you just get sent right back to your ship. So,
Well, that and I don't think it's intended for you to be dying.
well, I mean, where there's a will, there's a way, right?
Allow me to jump off this.
I'm going to jump off this cliff and test something. Ah, Sea of Thieves, the only game where the first thing you should do is test the animations of your death.
Well, while he slowly makes his way up.
Yes, I'm getting my cardio in.
Very, very slowly.
What do you mean? I'm almost there. Infinite running speed. Infinite stamina. What you want about carnival? I see no carnival.
Bruh. Are you sure about that?
Oh, now I see carnival.
So, I'm willing to bet this is a locked section. Alright, well, this will be for the audience then, because clearly you want to be testing around old RPG-wise. This is, I'm pretty sure, a locked area that we have not unlocked yet, therefore we cannot go down this path. The path we can take is this one. Now, over on this side is the mansion, as I mentioned before.
That would be the governor's mansion if my geography is corrected. Some educated guesswork.
I see. Then we have the rest of the island out this way. With a lot of other ropes and whatnots that way.
Said mansion is probably where we're going to need to end up after we complete the area business in this town. Most likely. I think, like I said, after all seriousness, after analyzing, the kind of size of this map, it is, I think, one of the largest islands I've seen in the game. Even including story missions, so... I think that, this is all going to be, as I guessed at the beginning of this video, this is just going to be one giant self-contained adventure on one area location, one instance.
There you go.
Which is interesting because, like I said, the last big adventure we had was in the Pirate's Life one, and that took place over multiple instances in multiple map areas.
Sometimes in the general open map area.
Indeed, they actually put other areas in the open map. And the funny thing is, there's actually been suggestions on how to increase map size. Because for those who don't know, Sea of Thieves kind of suffers from almost the Destiny 1 syndrome, or Destiny 2 post-Sunset syndrome, you could call it, where there had just been so much added to the game due to both system limitations as well as the amount of stuff they were working with, they couldn't physically add more to the server without causing system issues. I mean, technically there's nothing stopping you from adding stuff to a program endlessly. It's just a matter of how much the system memory will allow for and how much the system can actually, handle at any time.
How much can actually be stored and everything.
Yeah, as well as how much can be rendered at once. For those who don't know, Sea of Thieves is working on Xbox 360 hardware. Or Xbox, not 360, my mistake. That one generation behind. Xbox X and S hardware. Not series, mind you, X and X, so the one before this, the PS4 generation era. That is when this game was originally made, and what it was originally built for. Now, again, those who kind of know game dev will tell you that most games are built to run on the lowest common denominator of systems that they're designed for, even if they're designed for the most recent gen of consoles. On a side note, this is why earlier for next-gen games didn't look as next-gen as you'd think they would, because, again, they were working off backwards compatibility with, the PS4 and the Xbox X. Which, funny enough, on another note, the Xbox X actually had rather legendarily poor specs for the console of its generation, even factoring in the generation it was built for. It was still pretty low spec. So, that being said, that's where the rubber chicken is. That being said, the Sea of Thieves needs to be built for Xbox hardware, which again is pretty bad. So, they were kind of reaching the limit to how much they could put in the open world, and piece of nature. I finally found one you didn't.
I see, I see.
without, reaching the amount the system could no longer process. So one of the theories proposed by the community, and I think it was actually, oh my goodness, what's his name? Falcor, Captain Falcor, the YouTuber who does primarily Sea of Thieves stuff, who suggested that the mechanic used in the I find pieces of 80 somehow finds a claw hammer. Where the heck did you find that?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. Yeah, okay. Anyways, one of the theories proposed to fix this issue is actually a solution that kind of existed as a result of the Pirate's Life expansion, where bag a piece of meat. How much do we have now? 28. I think that might buy us something. He's just carrying a hammer menacingly, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I'm looking for what I can hit with hammer. Because clearly I meant to hit something with hammer.
When all you have is a hammer, all things look like a nail. But anyways.
Well, my immediate thought when grabbing hammer was, alright, maybe I hit rusty lock. Rusty lock must be weak. Nope. Aight. Now what?
For fairness, in the mind of Justin, all things look like a nail just by themselves, without factoring
you
in
can't really fault me for going and seeing, rusty lock, hammer. Perhaps I can hit the lock loose. Perhaps the lock is weak. No.
I love how first attempts just.
Now what? Because I haven't seen anything else that I could really use this hammer for.
Anyways.
There's not too many interactables in the area.
Yeah, we'll probably find something. Regardless, like I said, this is built for Series X hardware, or for Xbox X hardware. The naming convention to this day still screws with me. Who decided to use that naming convention? I swear to the God Emperor, if I find him, I'm gonna give him one hell of an earful. But regardless, the general shtick was that in the Pirate's Life, we kind of demonstrated it when we first came into this area. The idea of using portals, which you can kind of go to the Sea of the Damned, to basically go into new instances, new server instances. Like I said, they were reaching the amount the open world could render with the way the open world map is. And in the Pirate's Life, there were actually some areas, as Justin pointed out, that were added to the open world, which probably didn't help anything. And an island as big as Melee Island here would probably put a lot of strain on the system. Plus, there's also the general problems that come with Sea of Thieves and putting story quest stuff in the main open world of Sea of Thieves, and that's players griefing you, which, when it comes to players griefing you over story quests, is kind of a low blow, but this is Sea of Thieves. Low blows are kind of the name of the game around here. Regardless.
Kind of to be expected every once in a while.
To be expected, yeah. So the idea was proposed that they use the portal system to, like I said, go to new instances and open up entirely separate areas that are separate from the main world. This would effectively act as a little walled garden in the case of story quests that you could use to generate entire areas in single instances. And this was actually kind of put to the use in the Pirate's Life Tall Tale, specifically in actions where you go to the Sea of the Damned. So, the fact that they're using that again here to render all of Melee Island is quite clever. The idea was also used that you could probably use it as a form of teleportation to teleport, quote-unquote, to new instances with new areas, so entirely different biomes. There's the jungle biome, the, let's call it dead biome, and the fire biome so far. Or forest biome is perhaps a better word instead of jungle, but regardless. But people have been clamoring for an ice biome, which... well, there's a whole discussion around that. But like I said, the possibility of it being implemented would probably be through the same system of portals, such as how Melee Island was put in. So,
Now you're thinking with portals.
how did I know you would say that? Regardless.
It must be.
It must be done.
I'm sorry, little one.
But anyways, now you see. Which, again, I like the idea that they're doing this. It explains why the Monkey Island vendor for the story quest only has, like, one book that allows you to access the area, because this whole island is part of the Monkey Island quest, and it's all just one long, continuous story instead of, sections of story like in the Pirate's Life missions. So I can certainly see what they're going for, and I
just figured out how to get over to the governor without actually needing to go through all of the quests, I believe.
I was waiting for him to figure out something like that.
Ah, yes. Hunter logic, allow me to go outside the map.
Examine
Well,
history.
come over here. Come over here.
All right, fine.
I need someone to take the hammer just in case.
Oh, great! I'm being designated the hammer.
You see
Keeper.
it, right? Alright, I'm jumping over,
There.
seeing what happens.
Where did you put it? Up there it is.
Hello, sir. Doesn't seem like you're doing your job. Goodbye.
Can you even get through the front door? I get the sense the door won't open until you get like
Well, I'm
a
going to
certain.
see. No.
You do you revealing all these glitches on camera will probably result in them getting patched, right?
Well, there's not really a whole lot that you can do with it, at least as of note right now.
So the door is closed.
Yes.
Okay, I figured.
I'm just
it was.
exploring around now, seeing what is over here that I might be able to use.
While you do
There's
that,
an intended ladder, so I'm going to explore this way.
While you do that, I'm gonna actually continue the story as I believe it's supposed to play out.
Well, all I can tell you right now is that I believe you're supposed to gather enough. Oh, I'm back over at the old guy at the top now. What I
Like,
believe is supposed to happen is you're supposed to gather enough coin, don't mind me, in order to go and pick up, I believe, the officer's uniform, at which point then you go and get into one of those little buildings or something that are being guarded.
I think you're supposed to use the chef's uniform. Go to the chef in the tavern and be like, "Yo, here's your stuff," and he's like, "Oh, great, you're kitchen personnel," or I don't know, maybe he'll make you kitchen personnel. That'll unlock the ability to like get to the deluxe grog and drink with everyone else, which they've all got coin pouches, so you can just kind of snatch all of those up and probably progress further. And you're still finding money.
Yes, do not worry.
I think that'll be the biggest takeaway of this stream. Just Justin making the first guide on where all the bloody money is.
Basically.
Because that's kind of the point at the early stage of the game, just finding money around Melee Island.
Yeah, the only other money that I can really get at is stuff that's being guarded by someone, and you gotta figure out some way to go and...
Truth be told, I didn't expect we wouldn't get as far as we did, but perhaps it's better we don't, because we don't spoil the story. Because, like I said, it hasn't been out for too long, and I just got a combination. Come, sit with me. There's actually a good place to end the stream if we wanted to. It's just sitting here, staring into the fire.
Bruh.
Anyways, so... Actually, funny enough, now that the combinations are brought up, what are the combinations for this place like? I'm curious. I'm already level 5, and I've barely done anything.
Well, there's that.
Anyways, let's see what the combinations are like for this. Tall Tales, new, The Journey to Monkey Island. Interesting.
Oh, hey, look, it's the boys.
The boys?
Speak up. Be quick about it.
Melee by Moonlight. What's this?
What business do you have with us now?
Also, the combinations might probably help you figure out what to do. There's an entire, commendation just for purchasing the overpriced history book.
Pay no attention to that blowhard. He left his marauding days behind, along with his body.
Murray, huh? Murray is the skull, I think.
Not like some other skulls I could mention. And one day I shall return to the waves to unleash a new reign
Indeed.
of chaos.
So you can probably take him, and he'll probably bring you around the area, and he'll be like, "Oh, this place is this, and this place is that." Which is kind of interesting. But how long is the stream right now, Justin? We'll just, for
About
time
50.
wise. Alright, we'll cut it here. Sea of Thieves is generally longer streams anyway, but we didn't make as much progress as we thought due to the unorthodox nature of this expansion.
I mean, I'm sure that there's more money lying around here. You know what? We might as well be fair and do a quick check over here, over at the shop again.
Fair enough.
See, what I'm believing is supposed to happen is you go and grab the uniform, either gain access to one of these two or gain access to the chef. Chef helps you gain more access to other stuff. It's mainly just a domino effect. You need to find the first domino.
Yeah. Funny enough, that's kind of how these old point-and-click games kind of work in a way. You know, Monkey Island being, again, one of the famous ones. It's like you say, it's a domino effect, right? You find the first thing, that helps you get the second thing, and the
Like
second thing.
right now, we're just discovering dominoes, but we don't know at what point they go and take place. All we got to do is just find the first domino, and then eventually everything starts going into place.
Mm-hmm. So I wonder if there will actually be any combat in this expansion. I get the sense there will be at some.
I would say there would be. We're probably fighting these guys with some kind of drink or something.
Maybe. I mean, maybe when LeChuck comes through, then maybe we're gonna have to fight him and his guys with, swords. Maybe.
Maybe.
But until that happens, it's just, it's as Justin says, it's the domino effect. It's your typical point-and-click adventure. Find the clues, put them together, find more clues, progress story.
We found a hammer, and that was clearly meant to be used somewhere. At what point? Don't know. Wait a minute. I have an idea now. Where is the hammer?
You're gonna use it on this stuff.
No, I'm gonna use it on something else.
Which reminds me, I'm gonna lift the bloody crate out of the water. Maybe that's gonna annoy me. Maybe I might find a guide and see if anyone's figured out just how to do this specific thing.
Oh, of course, people have already figured it out. Now, where's the hammer?
Should be around the area where you dropped it.
You put it back in the prison block for some reason. Why are you being a good Samaritan?
Oh, did I now? I probably despawned and went back there then.
Oh, probably.
That's one way to figure out where you kept things if you lose them.
True. Now, let's go to the docks with this and see if I can do something with it.
Still, though, it is funny that we're discovering the bugs, like I said, of this. Sea of Thieves is kind of like Bethesda in that way. Well, not Bethesda specifically. Bethesda's way worse. But they're kind of like...
You can't really make the map perfect and stop me.
Yeah.
Especially because I saw you going and traveling around up there. I figured, you know what, I could probably do the same thing. And look at that, I did.
Yeah, there you go. I've already gotten a few commendations just by running around the open world, which is not funny.
Let's see here. Nope.
What'd you do?
I'm trying to see if I could do something here with this, maybe, but nope.
If you go under here and snack it?
No, probably not. I'll see if I can, but yeah, no. Don't know, my guy, don't know.
Wait a minute. No, he's dead. That probably wouldn't work.
Why? Oh.
Use the hammer to knock out the guy with the poodles and take his money.
No, that wouldn't work.
I'm just thinking too much like I'm.
I mean, we can go over there if you want, but I really don't think it's gonna work.
I don't think
even though you thought me of the everything's a nail type, even I know I know that's a little too easy.
I'm trying to think outside the box.
I'll go over there, but I'm pretty sure it's too easy.
This is me being unorthodox. Oh, by the way, before you get past here, this book right here, this $200 book of Monkey Island, there's a commendation just for buying this, and 200 pieces of 8 seems expensive, but I'm guessing over the course of your journeys throughout Melee, you'll maybe acquire 200 pieces at some point, so if you want that commendation, go buy it. I don't know if that'll get you anything beyond just having it. Maybe.
Maybe
you give it to someone.
All right, Boodle Man. I can make him disappear by going inside of him.
Hey, get your own snacks.
Oh, interesting. The food bowl. They must be starving. There was a piece of meat in the chef's thing. Okay. There we go again, finding more dominoes.
Yep.
I think how these interconnect. The chef's uniform, however, seems to be the key. So if anyone wants to take away anything of our discoveries at Melee Island, because you could, like I said,
Step 1, find enough coins. Step 2, gain the chef uniform. Step 3, grab the meat. Step 4, go and give it to the poodles. Step 5, gain more money from stealing from the dude while he's distracted with the poodles.
Well, here, what does this guy in the prison say?
I don't know, he's gibberish.
A coconut with a face.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright,
Something
well,
small.
nonetheless, I think we've made our point here. It's
Yeah,
basically a
that's fine.
point and click adventure right now.
Yeah, it's basically your modern take on a point and click, which again, I'm not against. It really much feels very much a nice homage to Monkey Island. I'm kind of wondering if you can get any nice cutlasses out of this one, actually, because I saw a few cutlasses that look really nice, inspired by Monkey Island, but that's just me chasing skins, but that's a side point. Anyways, we found a bit of money. Justin has recorded that, so if you dare watch the hour-long stream, you can at least get 37 pieces of bait.
There you go. You're looking for something?
No, I'm just fun. It's curious. You can actually stash quests, which I'm not sure if that's a new feature. I'm gonna have to look that up. Unstash quests. Interesting. Oh, here, I have the bag of money. Here, want the money? Want money? Want our money?
No, I can't take it.
How dare you? I'll take it then. I'll keep our money.
I mean, it makes sense that the captain keep the money.
Indeed it does. Anyways. But yeah, that's the game. That's the expansion so far. So I think the best place to end here would be right here.
There you go. Well, hopefully you all enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.
You're not coming over. How dare you? Come join me.
Well, I was over by Music Man.
I refuse to end this in an improper way.
Bruh.
Your captain's orders.
Captain's orders. Ah, so now you want to be captain.
I was always captain. I just never enforced it.
You only enforce it when you want to.
Exactly. That's how it works. It's very convenient that way. Sit.
Town drunk.
There you go. Anyways, like Justin said, thanks for watching. This has been our Monkey Island review so far. There's a lot to figure out in this game. Honestly, final thoughts before we wrap out. Because of how much puzzle solving is obviously in here compared to the Pirate's Life one, and just how big Melee is by comparison to all the previous areas, or just how extensive, I should say, you're probably going to spend way more time in Melee than most definitely any one of the Pirate's Life quests. Maybe all of Pirate's Life in total, honestly. Because Pirate's Life can be cranked out maybe
Judging by so far, I would say you're probably going to be here for maybe 5 hours. Like, if you already have a good idea on what you're doing right off the bat, you're probably going to be here 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah, just putting all the locks in the piece there, setting up all the pieces so they fall down nicely, so to speak.
Yeah.
To borrow,
yeah, like if you already know exactly what you need to do, it's probably going to be that long. Of course, if you don't, good luck.
You're just gonna be wandering around the town looking like an idiot, trying to pick pieces off the ground and mugging old men.
Well,
which we do not endorse, unless convenient.
What? Mountain Man? What mountain man?
What old man?
What old man who was watching for boats?
Hey, he was watching for boats. We just borrowed his money. It's fine.
Yes. It's for the greater good. Don't worry about it.
To the good of my personal enrichment. Anyways, for our collective enrichment. But anyways, thanks for watching. This is Nick. That's Justin over there, and from Monkey Island. Where's my thingy? There's my thingy. A toast.